Hai guys, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome back to my channel. Who, whom, and whose. They are common and important English words. They are often mixed up or misunderstood in speech and writing. To understand how to use who, whom, and whose, firstly, you must understand subjects, objects, and possessives. The subject does the action. He likes football. She goes to university. They enjoy traveling. The object receives the action. The employees respect him. I know her. The sailors wave to us. Possessive tell us the person something belongs to. His laptop is new. I like her latest album. We return to our hotel. After we know the concept, now let's look at the definition of each word. Who. Who is a subject like I, you, we, they, he, she, it. We use who as a subject or a person that did an action or which person is in a certain state. We must find out who they are. Who would like to go on vacation? If you don't know the person doing the action, you use who. Who can also be used as a relative clause, which is often used to refer back to someone or group of people or animal in a sentence. She is the woman he met at the party last week. Who he met at the party is a relative clause because it describes the subject of the sentence, which means in this case is the woman. Marie Curie is the woman who discovered radium. Who as a relative clause to make clear which person or thing we are talking about. Now let's move on to whom. Whom is an object pronoun like him, her, and us. We use whom to ask which person received an action. With whom did you travel to France? In the sentence here, the subject pronoun you is performing the action, traveling to France, whereas the object whom is not performing the action. We know that whom is replacing an object personal pronoun because of how we would answer the question. I don't know with whom I'll go to the prom. The man whom I saw at the cinema last week is a dentist. As you can see from the examples here, that the sentences would make sense if you replaced whom with the object pronoun or if you answer the question and the answer is object pronoun. Whom are you going to ask to the party? I'm going to ask him to the party. You threw the ball to whom? I threw the ball to him or her or you. Okay, if you think that the whom examples here is sound new or awkward for you, you are not alone. Because many native English speakers think that whom is so strange or rather old-fashioned. To whom did you wish to speak? Who would you like to speak to? So that's why many native English speakers prefer to use who as the object pronoun. Whom is always used with some quantifiers like all of, both of, few of, many of, several of, and etc. Their daughters, both of whom are in university. The mayor welcomed the boys and girls, all of whom wore their school uniform. Terry has two brothers, none of whom work as an engineer. He greeted the soldiers, many of whom were injured. Now let's move on to whose. Whose is a possessive pronoun like his, her, mine, and our. We use whose to find out which person something belongs to. For example, imagine today is raining and you grab an umbrella, but you realize later that it isn't yours. You might ask your friend, whose umbrella is this? In other words, you are asking who owns the umbrella. I don't know whose coat it is. Whose car is blocking the drive? We also can use whose to describe things belonging to inanimate objects and places as well. New York is a city whose lights burn brightly all night long. Here, the lights belong to the city. So, if it is a question of ownership, you use whose. Okay, now let's do a little quiz to put everything that we learned today. Are you ready? Pause the video to do this quiz. Okay, here are the answers. Number 1 and 4, we use whom to ask which person received the action. Number 2 and 6, we use who to introduce a clause giving further information about the subject like a person or people previously mentioned. Number 3 and 5 indicates who or what something belongs to. Okay, finally, that's it for today's lesson. So, how did you go? If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and don't forget also connect with me on all of my social media. See you next time. Bye bye. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.